Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I have the honor, the pleasure today to be here with our brand new Miss Philippines Earth, Joy Barcoma.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Louise, for having me today.
Of
Hi, I'm so
course.
excited for the interview and big words, honored and privileged.
I am. I truly am.
I'm
Honestly,
humbled.
of course. I got the opportunity to watch your national competition virtually, and I just have like good things to say about you, and I'm really excited to get to know you all throughout this conversation.
Thank you very much. I'm very much excited to share things about me as well to our viewers and, of course, to you. I'm having a lovely conversation prior to this rolled
Yep.
interview. So, looking forward to all the questions.
The real interview happened right before we started recording, you guys.
Yes.
So you need to be a fly on the wall next time.
Yeah, off the record.
Yes, absolutely. Joy, first of all, I want to start by congratulating you,
Thank you.
saying you have accomplished something that is unique, that is so meaningful. So, can you please tell me, how do you feel at this point? Like, have you digested the news yet?
Not fully. Every time people tell me, oh, you're part of the big four queens now, I was like, what big four? It's too much for me. I can't seem to, to wrap around the fact that I'm part of beauty queens of the Philippines, part of the legacy when it comes to pageantry in the Philippines. Because here it's so big. People have so many respects for beauty queens and people really look up to beauty queens. So I was like, being part of that and being looked up to by a lot of people, that means so much to me. I'm just so grateful. I feel so, happy about this win. And I feel like I've accomplished something right this time.
Yes, you have. Absolutely. So, congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
And let me ask you, I can only imagine like preparing for a competition such as Miss Philippines Earth, that is something that you don't make these type of decisions lightly.
Yes.
So once you went through all of it, finally you are crowned. What was the first thing that came to mind when the crown was being put on your head?
Ooh, first word that came to mind is finally. Because, it has been years of
Deserve.
preparation for me. Yes, finally. That's the one thing that will always come up to my mind whenever people ask me about how I felt about winning. Because it's not an easy journey for me, let alone for all the queens that I've competed against with during the Miss
Yes.
Philippines Earth. I started joining competitions, especially nationally, when I was much younger. 2021 was my last national pageant before I stepped onto the Miss Philippines Earth stage. So looking back, it's 4 years ago. It's been 4 years of thinking about going back and forth where if I really wanted to like pursue one more time when it comes to the pageant. But I'm very, very grateful. I'm so happy that I decided to push through with Miss Philippines Earth because I feel like it has always been my calling.
Yeah.
Earlier, I was telling you that it has been my dream to join Miss Philippines Earth way back 2021. But because of the circumstances that back then, I decided to push through with another. But now I'm back here, and you know what? If it's really for you, if it's meant for you, it's gonna be on your head.
Yes,
On top of your
absolutely.
head. Yes.
Yeah, the perfect timing,
Yes.
diba?
Perfect timing matters.
I can only imagine. After going through all of it, winning the title, we were talking earlier before we started recording about all the efforts and the sacrifices that go into
Yes.
joining a competition.
That's true.
And also like the team of people that must come together to make it all happen. So, what was the first call that you received?
Ooh, it should be a cohesive plan for me because, joining a pageant after you have joined before, it takes much pressure on you because you have to come back stronger. That's it. The first thought that came to mind, I have to come back stronger.
Yes.
And then last year, I was able to have a conversation with the Sir RL, my passerella trainer. And he was the one who pushed me and actually encouraged me to join Miss Philippines Earth. He was like, you know what, you can make it. Why not try it? And I was like, I don't think I'm really fit for national pageants or competitions anymore. He was like, no, you have already joined before. You just have to, believe in yourself and trust that you can do it. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ponder on things. And he was like, you know what, I'm training Jessica Lane of Australia that time for Miss
Yes.
Earth, and you can come and watch the pageant and let's see. If you want it, see it for yourself. And then if you don't, then fine. At least you were able to see how it goes.
Yes.
I was like, okay, I'm just gonna watch the Miss Earth competition. So I did watch it last year in Okada. I was like, whew. Whenever there is a hashtag for a candidate, whenever they're being asked of a question, I was answering. I was literally answering for it. And I was like, if I'm gonna be asked this, or if I'm gonna be given this hashtag, what would I say? And it was like, while they're answering, I'm also, coming up with things to say. It was like, after that, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I can do this.
Yeah.
So that's what I felt. And all thanks to Sir RL and for, putting things together for me. He was the one who called up my friends, my now stylist for the competition, and everything worked well for us. We were a very much Teamwork wise, I have nothing to say. We're very connected with each other. All thoughts are coming together whenever we think of something, the ideas, the realization of the ideas. It's all just working out for me. So yeah, I'm very grateful for the team.
Oh my God. Well, I can only imagine because I always say, to prepare for Miss Philippines Earth or Miss Earth is
Yes.
all about, of course, it's a beauty pageant, right? So you need to
True.
prepare just like all beauty queens do, but the mental and intellectual preparation is just on another level.
That's
So you practicing like the hashtag during Miss Earth last year.
Yes,
That's
I was
just
actually what am I going to say about this? Like
Yeah.
Jessica was asked about popularity. I was like, popularity, I have a lot of things to say, but how can you compress the thought within 30 seconds? That's really the challenge. Because a lot of people I think can have something to say about certain things, but the challenge is to make the thoughts as cohesive as possible, to make sure that you deliver it across the people that you want to send a message to. And that's the challenge I'm really looking for. That's the challenge I'm up for. Delivering the message, sending the message, and making sure that the message is understood by the people that can hear my answers.
absolutely said like a true queen.
Thank you.
I love it. Okay, so obviously now you are a brand new title holder, of
Yes.
course, for the Philippines national title holder. So a lot of the pageant fans are still getting to know you.
Yes.
If you had to give them like a little breakdown of who Joy is,
Yes.
how would you describe yourself?
I'm always telling people I'm Joy for a reason. I'm named Joy for a reason. I'm a very happy person. I'm a joyful person. So if you guys get to know me, treat me as your normal friend, as your usual best friend, because I'm totally like that. Whenever I meet people, I usually just tell them stories about myself, even without them asking. That's how much of a conversationalist I am. So please do treat me as a normal human being. I'm just a joy in the neighborhood. I'm just the joy you meet in malls, in schools. So yeah, I want to let people see me as a normal human being, someone who is also capable of feeling things, celebrating things, expressing things, because I feel like people tend to put beauty queens on a pedestal, much more on a level that sometimes they do not understand why some beauty queens decide to go on the other way that they're not expecting. So I feel like we should be more forgiving when it comes to beauty queens, and I hope you guys are also forgiving when it comes to me.
Yes, please.
Because yes, I'm just human. I love, I care for people. I sometimes, do wrong things as well. So I feel like, it's really important that we understand that we are all just here, just have a title, but that doesn't really take away the fact that I'm also someone who can feel things, someone who can also express things the way I want to. So that's really what I want to send a message to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you. I mean, like the human side can never be taken away, right?
Yes.
Beauty queen or not, we're all human. So.
Yes.
Okay, so one thing that I did find about you is that you are actually a graduate of broadcast communication,
true.
right? Do you think this career has somehow impacted your confidence levels in front of people or help you perhaps communicate your messages in a better way?
Not just impacted me, I feel like it really propelled me to the career that I took after graduating. But fun story, I wasn't supposed to really take a Bachelor of Arts in Broadcast Communication. My initial thought it was that I want to be a lawyer, an accountant lawyer. That was my goal, the CPA lawyer thing.
Big difference.
Yes, so I was lined up for the batches that are about to take the course of accountancy way back in college. And somebody approached me and he was like, why are you lined up in accountancy batches? You should try broadcast communication. I think it's gonna suit your personality. It's gonna suit your face. I was like, being easily convinced by people. I was like, okay, let's do that. So I decided to shift courses right then and there. And I have never regretted that decision ever since.
Well, it does feel like you are in the right place at the right
Yes, so
time.
thank you so much to that person. That's
Yes,
Jello. Thank you very
absolutely.
much.
So, so outside of pageantry, would you give us a glimpse of what do you do,
Yeah.
your hobbies, perhaps? Who is Joy outside of the beauty queen
Ooh.
persona?
I'm very, very excited to share this because a lot of people think that if you are a beauty queen, your world revolves around pageantry, but it's totally different for me. I am working now in a disaster resiliency companies, two disaster resiliency companies. One is then a company that developed a text alert, a voice messaging alert system for the Philippines in times of disaster. The other one is actually a Philippine recognized disaster response vehicle. So I'm also part of that team. But aside from that, that, I'm also working in the government. I handle the social media accounts of our city government. I help in our events, and I also do hosting on the side. So that's what I do for a living. And what I do for fun, I like to try new things. I'm a queen of side quests.
Oh, really?
Yes, whenever I like see something that interests me, I was like, oh, I want to try that. So I've tried a lot of things already. So I'm a queen of side quests. You can call me that. And I have a lot of dogs. I love taking care of my dogs. My dogs are my babies. I have so many siblings that I like to take care of. And I'm very giving. That's why whenever people call me, especially my co-candidates during the Miss Philippines Earth Ate, it was like just, having experiences with my little brothers and sisters, because I'm always the ate of our family.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Cute. Well, earlier you were talking about the fact that you always planned to join Miss Philippines Earth,
Yes.
and that was kind of your calling. So that was kind of like my next question, but I will rephrase it in a different way. I mean, obviously, when I look at you, you have the beauty, you are a great communicator, you have
Thank
the
you.
personality. So in reality, you could have joined any other beauty pageant
Yes.
in the Philippines, right? So what would you say about Miss Philippines Earth that made it the one that you really wanted to?
I feel like I have always resonated with Miss Philippines Earth. Way back in high school, I was the vice president for Youth for Environmental Schools organization. So I was that. I was also a journalist, a writer before. So I really like to know what's happening around the country, around the Philippines, and anywhere in the world actually. And afterwards, I never really pondered on this, but I feel like I navigated and actually gravitated to works that are aligned with the advocacies of Miss Earth. And even before, I used to jokingly say that Miss Earth is really my pageant. I have a video dated way back 2018 wherein I was actually talking to my partner. I was actually telling him that I have discovered this application on my phone wherein if you focus enough, it rewards you with a tree. And if it rewards you with a tree, an actual tree actually becomes planted on Earth. So it's like, this is very interesting. Miss Earth Nako, that was my word.
Yes.
And little did I know, I'm going to be Miss Philippines Earth. So words really do have weight. Words really do matter. So I feel like I have always gravitated to becoming a Miss Earth Queen. And for me, that is not really a hard question. I've always been invited to join other pageants, other national pageants. But I feel like if I'm not resonating with their advocacies, if I do not feel like becoming the queen that they're looking for in their respective pageants, I don't want to waste my time, because I have always been an advocate of the earth, even without the crown. My work aligns with doing earth advocacies, earth projects. So I feel like I was born to be an earth queen.
I love that. And I mean, I think it's perfect that you knew that you had that calling, and it's just,
Yes.
it just shows that sometimes things happen for a reason.
That's true.
I have a funny story, like a similar
Ooh.
story, because you were just talking about the manifestation, and I had a similar experience before. When I was in Canada,
Ooh.
one day I was working out at the gym, and then I posted a video of the workout, and I said Mr. Supranational Canada when? And then I ended up doing it, and it's the same story with you,
Yes,
diba?
I have to share the video. I'll show it to you later.
Yes, please, let's do that.
But that's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never really imagined how our simple wishes back then, the things that we actually, say or utter under our breath, would really matter in the long run, in the future. So I usually question the things that I was doing back when I was much younger. And now looking back, I'm grateful I did those things, because if I didn't, what would I be now?
Yes.
So I'm just so grateful. That's true. Everything happens for a reason. That's going to be our mantra, everybody's mantra. Aside from it is what it is, everything happens for a reason.
That's it. Yes. Awesome. Okay, I want to pick your brain a little bit
Yes.
about the Miss Philippines Earth beauty pageant. So the organization and the competition per se. Okay, so I always said, to me, what it seems like the most difficult part of the pageant is the Q&A portion and the hashtags, because it's not only about being eloquent. You need to make sense.
That's
and you need to speak up, with facts.
That's true.
So for you personally, what was the part of the pageant that you found the most challenging?
Most challenging, not the intelligence round for me, because if you want to be Miss Philippines Earth, I think a lot of people know that you really have to prepare for the intelligence in the Q&A round. So I think that's already a given. But I wasn't really prepared for the beauty of face judging, because I feel like you're bearing yourself out there to people to see you without makeup. That's the real challenge, because if you're on stage, you can actually come up with a personality. You can actually give them a show. Whatever you see on stage, that's a presentation. That's who you decided to come up with on the night of the coronation. That's what I would like people to see me as. But during the beauty of face round, I think that's the most challenging, because you have no choice but to be as authentic, to come as yourself. You know, you can fake it with eyeliners, with lipsticks. You can't really fake your confidence. If you don't feel happy about yourself, you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't see yourself as beautiful, it's gonna manifest. So I think that's really the most challenging part.
Yes, absolutely. My God, I mean, it feels like I'm getting like insider information from the reigning queen, guys. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
tell you a lot of it.
Yep. It's actually funny because just the other day,
Yes.
I was just scrolling on Facebook, and then I saw like this ongoing conversation from the Earthlings. They were saying people always talk about Miss Earth and about, you know, the communication skills and the intelligence, but they don't know that Miss Earth is a face card competition. So the beauty is also super important, diba?
I feel like beauty is subjective.
Yes.
I think one of the reasons why I love Miss Earth even more, because one of our judges during the Beauty of Face round is Miss Michelle Gomez, previous also Miss Earth Queen as well. And she told us it's really not about who has the most beautiful face, because you can be beautiful to me but not to others, because then again, beauty is subjective. But what really is translating to them, if you show yourself to people, you know, showing all your flaws, because a lot of people think that if you're a beauty queen, you should be flawless, no pimple marks, no wrinkles, no fine lines, but that's not the thing. And she told us that what really matters is how you present yourself. And I think that's really the challenge. So not really a face card competition, I believe, but rather a competition when it comes to self-confidence.
Yes, that's very true. There you go, Earthlings. You heard it here. I can also, you know, attest to that, because I remember when they did Miss Earth in Vietnam a couple of years ago in 2022, I was one of the judges for the Beauty of Face, and we were really just looking for someone that was confident, you know. Sometimes it's easy to be confident when you have a full face of makeup, but when you have to bear it all and then go in front of the judges and hold a conversation with them, you know, it's challenging.
Yes.
So I feel like that's
the real challenge, you guys.
Exactly. There you go. Is there a particular memory from the days, you know, in the competition that comes to mind? Maybe like a special moment behind the scenes that people don't know about?
What really struck me the most was during our rehearsals leading to the day of the coronation. Because I was one of the oldest candidates, oldest by age, because they only require 26 years old, up to 26 years old to join the Miss Philippines Earth competition. So I'm 26, so I'm one of the ates. And a lot of the candidates, you know, younger than me, they always tell me, whenever I talk to them, they were like, "Ate, sa'yo na to. Ate, you're our Miss Earth. Ate, the crown is for you. You're really meant for these." And I was like, Lord, what did I do right to deserve this kind of support? Because it takes a courageous heart for you to say that to your co-candidate, let alone a competitor. So I really appreciated all of the candidates that have really come up to me and said to me that I deserve to be crowned tonight or tomorrow as the new Miss Philippines Earth, because I feel like we're all here for a reason. We want to get the crown. We want to get the Miss Philippines Earth crown, and for you to tell me that really means a lot to me. And I feel like if your co-candidates, if the production people can really see through you, because you were able to be with them for a certain period of time, so they were able to see your flaws, they were able to see your, you know, your quirks as a person, and for them to see me still as a queen, that means a lot to me. That is the validation I needed for the competition, not from the judges, because they're gonna be seeing the best of me during the coronation night.
True.
But my co-candidates, they were able to see me, no makeup on, all stressed backstage, you know, stressing about what I'm gonna wear tomorrow, what I'm gonna be performing. And for them to still see me as a queen deserving of the crown, that truly means a lot.
Yes, absolutely. And it says something also about your personality and the connection that you were able to build with them, right?
That's
because
true.
it's not an easy thing when in a competition setup to approach someone and say, I see you as the winner, when everyone is technically,
you know,
wishing for the same for them, right?
That's really something for me. And you know what? I had a realization that a lot of the girls in pageant, they are really kind people, just wishing for the best for them because this is their dream. And imagine you're one step closer to your dream. You just have to give your best and hoping the judges can see the best as well. Because whenever people tell me, do you have any friends in the competition? Meron bang sabotage? They always tell me, they always ask me about sabotages backstage. But thankfully for Miss Philippines Earth, especially this edition, we are all friends, we're all just sisters. We even went to an amusement park after the coronation.
Diba?
That's how close we are
Wow.
as candidates. So I feel like it's really a validation for you as a beauty queen that you did something right if your co-candidates were able to see it through you despite you guys being in a competition. And I feel like it really matters as well for all those who are interested to join a beauty pageant. Your core value, your ethics, your morals as a person, it really matters because I hope no one or no girl will be changed by a competition because that's really the challenge for you. It's easy to win a crown. It's not easy to be yourself when you're vying for a crown because the pressure really gets to you. So I hope that you still stay true to yourself. If you're a kind person when you got into pageantry, I hope that you come off stage as also still a kind person or a kinder one because it's a challenge. Really, that's where the real challenge goes, how you can maintain composure, grace under pressure, your ability to accept your loss as a candidate, and your humility to show people if ever you win.
Yes. So, diba? Grabe, guys. I just have to say, like, you're such a great communicator.
Thank
I
you,
could,
dear.
like, sit here for hours and just listen to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sometimes people say in the comments, like, whenever I'm interviewing a queen and she's a really good speaker,
Yeah.
my microphone suddenly starts shaking. I can feel the shake here, okay?
It's not evident. I can see it here, guys.
You're doing so great.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let me actually use that little comment right there about your eloquence, and I would like to talk about the Q&A portion on
Yes.
stage. Of course, you were given a question to which you answered very, very well, and you used different elements that I thought were poetic. Of course, you had great structure, and then
Thank
you
you.
touched on a couple of topics. Talked about the youth, innovation, investment, and then the powerful line about women of the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you mind like elaborating a little bit on that? Simply because,
Yeah.
honestly, I think you did great on stage.
Thank you.
But we have very limited time on stage to
That's true.
fully present our idea. So how would you like explain to everyone what you?
I don't really think I can explain that because that just came to mind when I was asked, okay, I'm just gonna answer this. So I don't really, whenever people tell me that you had a great structure, you delivered that perfectly, I was like, what? But I just answered the question. I'm really in awe whenever people tell me that you're so good at this, la 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 la, especially with the Q&A. I was like, but I just answered the question because one of my struggles, even before when I was still joining school pageants, one of my struggles is that I speak too fast. And during the coronation night, the only thing I'm praying for is to be at peace and be calm, that my nerves will not be seen on stage. So really my prayer to God was, please, please let me speak slowly during the Q&A. That was my only prayer. I was not hoping for me, of course, in the back of my head, I want to win a crown. But at the end of the day, I want to deliver my best performance. So that's really my dream. So whenever people ask me, how did you come up with that answer? I just thought of it. Nothing too complex. I just thought of it. But maybe because I touched on the topics of investments, smart investments, and innovations, because that's the thing I've been working on for years. And I think, going around the Philippines, going around the country, talking to different local government units, talking to different departments and agencies in the Philippines concerned with the welfare and well-being of our countrymen. Those are the things that I think really matters in the environment and in the country. So I feel like it's easy for me to say that because that has always been my goal. That has always been the thing that I'm pushing forward when it comes to the things that I'm marketing for, the things that I've been working for. And with regard to the women of the future, I feel like women should be given positions as well, spaces as well at the high table. Because a lot of decision makers not just here in the Philippines, but also around the world, are all male. It's a male-dominated field.
Yep.
And I feel like we should give women more space when it comes to decision making because, hello, we're women. We can do whatever we want as long as we put our hearts and our minds into it. So that's what I said. We are all actually women of the future because I'd like to see women more powerful in the future, women given more spaces in the society, and also women making big difference in our generation as well. So I think that's what women of the future means to me.
Absolutely. Well, that's such a beautiful way to put it, to present it. And
Thank
I'll
you.
make sure tonight to pray and ask God, please make me smart like Joy. To give an answer on the spot like
Yeah.
this, wow,
Thank
that's
you.
hard.
Yes.
Honestly, once again, you did incredible.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about, of course, this is all Miss Philippines Earth, the
Mm-hmm.
coronation night. I would like to pick your brain going a little bit more into Miss Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you are a title holder
Yes.
and you have the national platform available to you,
Mm-hmm.
what is it that you would like to accomplish with the platform during the next year?
Ooh, I'm so excited for that because I'm actually now going through all the plans that I'm actually looking forward to manifesting and realizing for my reign. So I'm looking into tapping to brands that can support our causes. I'm also looking to partnerships with United Nations because I've been part of United Nations, but this one is for counterterrorism. So I did my training with them for that. But now I'm looking to having projects with them when it comes to environment. I'm also looking forward to tapping organizations, having partnerships and collaborations with them when it comes to environmental projects, and also including the local government units because I want this to be a whole of nation approach. That I'm not just crowned as a Miss Philippines Earth, just the face of the earth in the Philippines, but rather a woman of action. It takes someone very strong, very smart for them to make a difference in the society, in the country. But for me, I am already that woman. That's why I was able to get the crown. But with the crown and the sash, I felt more powerful. I feel like, I can just write to someone, ask for the help, and they'll be coming to me and helping me when it comes to my advocacies. So that's really my goal. Tap people, collaborate with LGUs, and have partnerships with international and local organizations that will help me realize the dream that I have for our country, and that is to be disaster resilient. That's really
Yes.
the goal.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure that you will have a super reign full of, very fruitful
Thank
partnerships.
you.
I know that you will accomplish a lot. And of course, we're always here to support, not just
Yes,
me, but
please.
the Earthlings as well. We are behind you all the
Thank
way.
you.
We talked about this briefly right before we started the interview, and it's about, the challenge of representing the Philippines at Miss Earth, the pressure that comes with it, and the expectation as well.
That's true.
One of the things that I've been saying maybe for the past 2 years is that for the delegates that represent the Philippines at Miss Earth, it is kind of a challenge because the Philippines has done so well at Miss Earth
That's
historically, that it's a challenge for the girls who every single time try to elevate the brand even further.
Yes.
So, in your own perspective, first, do you feel any pressure? And second, how do you plan to, represent the country?
Oh, when it comes to pressure, I feel like it's just a matter of perspective. If I'm feeling pressure because I'm going to be representing the Philippines, of course, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and I
Yes.
feel the weight of the Philippines sash on my chest. But again, it's a matter of perspective for me because I feel like I'm just here to really host for the international delegates. I'm welcoming them to our home, to the Philippines. So I don't really feel pressured when it comes to the international competitions. And having said, of course, that we have already set the standards when it comes to Miss Philippines Earth, when it comes to Miss Earth delegates from the Philippines, I don't think I have anything to prove to other delegates and to other countries. We have already set the mark when it comes to Philippines Queens, and I'd like to live up to that expectation. I'd really love for them to see as to how we became one of the powerhouses when it comes to Miss Earth. So that's really the goal for me. So no pressure from my end, and I've said this 1,000 times. These are only just challenges that I'm willing to, challenges that I'm up for and I'm willing to really conquer. And I'm just really looking forward to hosting the girls here in the Philippines because I love for them to see our culture. I love for them to see how beautiful the Philippines is. And I love for them to see how Philippines are always dominating the Miss Earth stage.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
So as for the preparation, so I have a lot of preparations. I'm already talking to my team. And one thing I told them is that since we're holding the Miss Philippines Earth pageant in the Philippines, I want to feel not pressured, but I want to feel calm because this is already my home country. I have nothing to prove to everybody. I have already said my piece. So we're going for a queen that is just very welcoming, that is just true to her core, that is just true to her advocacies, and is just here to really live up to the advocacies of Miss Earth. So that's really the queen that I'm aiming for, and I'm actually hoping that the people can see that, and that the girls as well.
Yep.
So for preparations, everything is, everything when it comes to my team is decided already. What I'm gonna wear, what I'm gonna prepare. But on my own mental fortitude, it's intact. So
Yes.
yes, that's what I'm really preparing on, because I can just say that, oh, no pressure from my end. But come the competition day, it's gonna be like all nerves.
Yes.
So I'm just really preparing for that. That I get to really live up to the words that I've shared to everybody, that there is no pressure, only challenges, and I'd love to welcome all the girls here in the Philippines because I want to let them see why it's more fun in the Philippines. Yes.
It absolutely
Yes.
is. Honestly, this is like music to my ears because first, I love seeing someone that has such a clear vision of what they want to accomplish with the platform that they were given. But also, I feel like as a pageant fan, to be honest, I feel like sometimes in the current environment of the
Yeah.
pageant industry, sometimes certain pageants prioritize, production value or
Yes.
perhaps like performance
Yeah.
or perhaps the looks, and it's just so refreshing to see someone that is happy to be there, that is willing to be welcoming, that is willing to put up a good fight,
Yes.
for the title, but also first and foremost, remember that this is a platform where it's a sisterhood
Yes.
with other women, right?
This is not about me. The Miss Earth pageant is not about a single candidate. It's not about a single country. It's actually a lot of countries coming together, a lot of beautiful girls, talented, very intelligent women coming together for a single cause. And that is to take care of the planet Earth. So I don't want to make it about me. That's why I feel also, that's why I tell people I don't really feel pressured, because I love to see people coming together to fulfill that single cause. And I'm just so grateful for the Miss Earth pageant because this pageant is not really a performative one. This is not a performative advocacy. We are not big on lip service because everything that we say here, everything that we say on stage, we are true to our words. We live up to it. That's the thing about Miss Earth. And I feel like that's why we are also not big when it comes to productions, when it comes to how we present ourselves. Because at the end of the day, again, this is not an entertainment. This is not a show. This is not your usual pageant. This is an advocacy. And that is what I want people to understand, that we please put, set aside our expectations when it comes to pageants, because we are all, having our own causes, having our own advocacies. If we want entertainment value, there are other pageants that can give you that.
Yes.
But if you really want to support Miss Earth, I think you should support us not because of how we stage our pageant, not how we stage the girls, how we let them perform on stage, but rather how they stay true to their advocacies. And I hope that we crown queens. And for so long, they've been doing this. They have been crowning queens who are willing to work with the organization and willing to work for the Earth.
Yes, absolutely. And I can also attest, I had the opportunity back in the day to join the Miss Earth pageant with the girls and just cover the pageant from day one until the end.
Ooh.
While they did it in Vietnam. And I think there's a couple of pageants like that, but Miss Earth is really focused on the experience for the delegates.
True.
So you do a lot of activities, there's so many experiences, you try new things that maybe the girls will never get to experience in their own countries, So I feel like that's the beauty of it. Perhaps for someone who is watching from home, they don't get to experience it all as maybe a different pageant that will like showcase every single activity or put it all on social media, but it doesn't take away from the quality and the experience and the memories that the girls are building
Yes.
while they are in that competition, right?
That's true. And it's very different in Miss Earth because we do school tours. And when we do school tours, we actually invite students to join us and we do lectures. We actually teach them about the 5 Rs. We actually have a tree planting, tree growing activity with them or some coastal cleanups. And everything is environmentally inclined. And that's what I like about it. We're actually building consciousness when it comes to the mindset of the children who is in their formative years, who is in their developmental years. And that's really important. If you're able to put that, embed that in their mindset, that they have to care for the environment, then it's going to be much easier for us to have a greener and safer future. So that's what I like about Miss Earth. We are not just about sponsorships. We are not just about, entertainment value. We are about our advocacy. And that has been the life all the queens of Miss Earth has been living up to since they were crowned. So that's what I like about them. And you know what Tita Lorraine told us before, that why are you guys they're wearing so much makeup? Why do you guys have to dress up for an event? It's just an interview, it's just a sponsor visit. You just come as presentable as you are. You don't have to pay for glam teams, you don't have to pay for stylists, because at the end of the day, you're looking for someone who is true to their advocacy and who can actually perform not on stage, but perform actions that are beneficial for the earth. Yeah.
Perfectly, beautifully said.
Yes.
I couldn't agree more. Guys, we have a great title holder this year for Miss Philippines Earth. I love your vision. Honestly, I feel like so far, my goal with this interview, as I told you before we started, is just for people to get to know you.
Yes.
And I feel like you've been able to really present that, in a
Thank
way
you.
that we have a beautiful candidate that will represent us at Miss Earth, but then we also have a smart woman, a woman with a vision.
Thank you.
And most importantly, that wants to have an impact through your advocacy, but also show the beauty of the Philippines to girls from all over the world.
Yes, that's the goal.
Yes. Oh my God. All right. So enough with the pageant questions here.
Ew.
I want to get to know you a little bit more on a fun and personal level.
I love that.
So let's do a little bit of what do you call this? Like rapid fire questions? Okay. So I'll just give you 2 choices and then you tell me which one.
Okay.
Okay.
No explanations.
No explanations.
Okay, I'll
no.
defend myself on the comment section.
Be a keyboard warrior in the comment section.
Typing my
All right. So quick choices: gown or swimsuit?
gown.
Advocacy event or photo shoot?
Advocacy event.
If you weren't in pageantry, what's an alternate dream career?
I'd like to work in the government. I'm living up to that.
Awesome. What's one fun fact about you that your fans don't know yet?
I'm maldita with a heart. No, I'm very straightforward.
Maldita with a heart. I love that. What's your go-to comfort food after a long day of pageant preparation?
Ice cream or halo-halo.
Ooh, halo-halo is definitely
Yes.
mine as well. I need to stop with the halo-halo.
I will recommend some good halo-halo spots for you.
Yes, please. Okay, if you could instantly master one skill, whether for pageantry or life, what will it be and why?
Forgiving. I'd like to master the art of forgiving. It's not an easy skill to forgive someone, let alone someone who did you wrong.
Yeah.
So I want to forgive because I want to live with a grateful heart and a heart that understands and a heart that cares.
I love that. I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
I should be more like you. I'm also maldito.
With a heart.
Yes, with a heart. Syempre. Okay, so what's a song that instantly puts you in a good mood?
Ooh, I like Higher Place by Adam Levine. So it was a song from a movie. So Higher Place, I love that. You should listen to that.
I will. I'll put it on my playlist. If you could swap lives for one day with any beauty queen, past or present, who would it be and why?
Miss Karen Nebasco, she is a physicist, a lecturer in USD. So I like to, try on her shoes for kahit one day lang.
Alright. And she's also the sweetest queen ever. So shout out to you, Miss Karen.
And very intelligent. I love her for that.
Super,
Yes.
super. All right, so last question. What's the first thing that you pack in your pageant suitcase aside from makeup and heels?
Ooh, silicone bra. That's a necessity.
Very good.
You have to always have a silicone bra because you don't know what outfit you are going to be
Yes.
wearing. And it's important that you also come prepared in any competition because you will never know. But it pays to be prepared. It pays
True.
to be ready.
If you stay ready, you
Yeah.
don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
So just before we close the interview, of course, I would like to ask you if you have any final messages for the Filipinos or the global audience even who are watching you now and perhaps getting to know you.
Yes. Again, thank you so much, Luis, for having me. You are a
Most
Filipino to me
welcome.
now.
Oh, grabe.
Yes.
Filipino by heart.
Yes, you
Grabe.
are Filipino to me now because the way you eat halo-halo, you've been staying here for how many years?
Yes.
I feel like you have adapted to the Filipino culture. So welcome to the Philippines.
you so
Welcome
much,
home.
darling.
But as for our viewers, thank you so much for supporting Luis and of course for supporting all the beauty queens that Luis was able to interview. And even so, even if he hasn't interviewed them yet, please do continue supporting beauty queens, their causes, their pageants, and of course, the advocacies of the girls. Please be part of that. It's really important for us that we have people to rally behind our backs when it comes to pushing for something that can make a change in the society, in the landscape of the Philippines, and of course, in the world. So if you guys can please do follow, like, and share Luisa's channel, please do so. And again, thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you very much for supporting Miss Philippines Earth and Miss Earth Organization. I hope that you guys can continue to have a good heart, and please do not forget to always be kind to your mind and to other people's minds. Yes.
Aw, thank you so much. She is doing my job.
Yes.
Like she's telling you guys to like, comment, and share. So
Yes, I've done that.
of course, all your social media links will be linked in the description down
thank
below.
you.
And I just want to say thank you so much,
No,
genuinely, for your
it's my
time,
honor.
for welcoming us, for your, just your generosity, sharing your story. And
Thank you
everything.
very much.
And as I said, we'll be supporting you all the way. So
Thank
anything you need, we're always here.
Yay, thank you. I need your love and support, so please do.
Okay, I'll make
give
sure
me
they
that
send it to
either.
you. Okay, thank you everyone for watching and stay tuned for more contents. We'll see you on the next one. Stay safe and be kind to one another. Bye.